Anyways, so I have a black girl magic shirt.
It says black excellence.
That don't matter.
You are black.
Same difference. We're actually not black. We are mixed. We are multicolored.
Giselle, you are more black than white.
So what are you?
I'm half black and half white.
But you're not. Wait.
Your dad is black.
Your dad's black, right?
Yes.
And your mom's white.
Yes.
You're mostly white.
I'm mixed. I'm biracial.
Yeah, you got like 70% white.
No, I have
30% black.
No, I don't. I have 50% white, 50% black.
Then why don't you got this?
Have what? Your crusty nails?
No. Not saying like.
You're not saying anything.
I'm mixed.
You are more black than white. You are black.
Look, man, I ain't got.
You're just light skinned. You're black.
You just said I'm light skinned.
I'm black.
Yo, shot on the black.
We're not talking about skin color.
That's what you.
I am black. You're acting too slow for me right now.
This had to do with personalities.
I'm gonna go in the house and tell your grandma you think that you're not black.
She knows that too. She calls me a white girl. Every time like I get braid, she'll be like, "Oh, you're being black now."
That is black. I am black and white. You are more black than white. You're just light skinned. Sees, what are y'all?
Black.
Black.
No,
what are you,
not.
Steven?
You're mixed.
So.
Are.
You better wear that black excellent shirt. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that girl. She thinks that I'm just all white. Probably because she's only been around my mom her whole entire life and she's never met my dad a day in her life because we don't talk to him. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
So, you guys, this is the first video I ever saw of this family or anything like that, right? So, I went into this having no idea how the mother in question looks, right? So, the video is an interaction between the mother and the daughter is telling her that she feels uncomfortable wearing this black excellence shirt because clearly she's not black, right? So the mother is telling her, well, I'm your mother and I'm biracial and your dad is black, so that means you're a majority black, so you're black, right? So I'm watching this video interaction and something is definitely not adding up because the daughter is clearly visibly not black. Like, if I saw her, I don't even think I'd assume she was half black. Like, she doesn't look like a black person. Let's get that out the way. She don't even really look like a half black person, right? So, first of all, I would like to take a moment to say to this little girl that your concerns are valid and that I hear you. And this is my thing. I'm coming to this as a black person, right? I don't like how you all gaslight biracials because this girl has a legitimate concern. Clearly, she doesn't look black and she's uncomfortable wearing a shirt that says black excellence for that reason. And that's fair. That's valid. And her mother sat here talking about, oh, you're black, so and so, right? It's like, maybe listen to your child and listen to how confused she is. Like, first of all, you got her in this shirt talking about black excellence. She clearly not black, right? Then she tells you, oh, grandma calls me white girl all the time, so and so and so. She's telling you that she's struggling with her identity and you just gaslighting her and telling her, you black. Like, I say this all the time. The parents of biracials need to do a way better job because this interaction was whack, first of all. So, first of all, the mother contradicts herself a number of times, right? So she says to the daughter, oh, I'm biracial and your dad is black, so that means that you're black, right? But then the mother goes on to say, I'm black. Girl, are you black or you biracial? Because you don't even know what you are and you're trying to tell your daughter what she is. You need to clear up your own confusions first, right? That's the first thing, right? So then the mom, she turns the camera to the kids in the back seat and she's like, oh, what are y'all? They're like, we're black. And I'm looking at them kids and they clearly not black either. So I'm like, something is definitely off here, right? So then finally the mom shows herself and the mom is pretty much a white woman. Like, let's be for real. That woman is like basically white, okay? Now, let's talk about a couple of things. Here because this is a serious discussion that needs to be had, right? First of all, the daughter says to the mom, well, if you're black, then why don't you have this, right? And she shows her skin color, right? So apparently the daughter is saying, well, if you black, why your skin that color, right? And the mom says, oh, it's not just about skin color, so and so and so, right? Both of these individuals have a point, right? Being black is not just about skin color, but it's definitely a huge component of it. And if you walk around with white skin, unless you albino or have vitiligo or something, then baby, you're not black. Black people are not the color of copy paper. Let's get that out the way, right? But the mom was also kind of right, because she said it's not just about skin color. And that's true. It's also about features. And clearly you and your daughter don't have black features. Like, in addition to not having a black skin color. Like, huh? So anyway, when the mom finally shows herself, like I said, this woman is basically a white woman. I would never assume that she was biracial. I would say she looks more like a quadroon. Like, she looks like she has a biracial parent and a white parent. Like, this woman does not look biracial at all. And suddenly it begins to make sense why her kids don't look black, because this woman is basically white herself. Now, one of two things happened here, okay? So either this biracial woman's mama was with the milkman, because in the end of the video, the biracial woman says, yeah, my kids have never met my black dad. You know, we're not in contact with him. I mean, it's the age-old story how an evil boy meets an evil girl. Like, how many biracials have we heard of whose black dad abandoned them and they basically grew up, you know, as white people socially, right? So I'm not surprised to hear this at all. But this is my thing. Either her daddy is not black. Maybe her daddy was a one-dropper or something. Because, you know, white people will call anybody black, right? So maybe her daddy was like a Drake or something. Or Drake's son. Because y'all be calling Drake's son black too, right? So that's the first option. Or the second option is maybe her daddy really was black, but she got more white genes when, you know, her embryo was created. Because, you know, genes aren't just 50-50. You're not going to be 50% white, 50% black. It's more complicated than that. So maybe her daddy really was black and she just got majority white genes. Because bottom line, end of the day, that woman is not biracial. I would like to see her DNA ancestry results, because I promise you, she is not even 50% black. We can look at the mother in this video and tell that she is not even 50% black. Let's all be honest here, right? And I know you guys are going to be upset in the comments because, oh, baby, y'all love the one drop rule. Y'all love that, right? But realistically, this woman looks to be about 80% white, I'd say. So it makes sense that her kids don't look black, despite the fact that she had the children with a black man, because she not even half black herself, right? But then let's get into this weird shit. Let's really get into this. There is a serious whitening of blackness occurring. The fact that the mother in this video had the audacity to tell her child that she's black. Like, the mother said, first she said, oh, I'm biracial, home diggity. And then she wanted to say, I'm black too, my homie, yo. Are you serious? So basically, you can basically be a white person, but still claim that you're black and folks will take you serious. I'm confused because this woman looked to be about as white as I am black, okay? So I'm about 84% black. We all know that African Americans have some percentage of white in us due to the rape that we endured during transatlantic slavery. This woman looks to be about as white as I am black, right? And my thing is this. I could never walk around and be talking about, oh yeah, I'm white. Everybody would be like, clearly you're not white. Like, I'm looking dead at you and you're not white, right? I wouldn't be able to say, well, whiteness comes in all shades. Whiteness is diverse. You don't know how my parents look. Clearly, you know how my parents look by looking at me. You know good and well I ain't got no white parents, right? But for some reason, y'all do this with blackness all the time, and everybody just acts like it makes sense. And I'm really confused by this because it don't make no damn sense at all. Let's be for real about where this comes from, okay? Because the one-drop rule's origins were in slavery, right? When white enslaver men would rape enslaved black women, their children, of course, came out biracial, and the biracials made a good argument. They said, well, we shouldn't be enslaved because we're not black, right? We should be free people. And white people came up with this ideology, one drop of black makes you black, therefore you'll be enslaved. That was the birth of the one drop rule, right? Nowadays, a lot of black people try to turn it into something positive. You'll see niggas on here talking about, well, the black gene is dominant. Nigga, where you learn that at? Because you ain't learned that in no motherfucking university. Like, shut up, right? So you will see a lot of black people trying to turn the one drop rule into something positive, but the reality is it's not, and it never has been. And honestly, I got to give myself a reality check, because I'm sitting here talking about the one drop rule and how it was coined by white people and how it's a negative thing that black people are trying to turn into something positive, but it's not. And the N-word is the exact same way. It was coined by white people. It's a negative thing that black people try to turn positive, but the reality is it's not. So I got to check myself, because I use the N-word. So again, come on. I'm all for self-awareness, right? But anyway, let's get back to my point. The one drop rule, again, was started by white people, and a lot of black people sit here and pretend that it's something positive and try to, flip it into that, right? But let's also be realistic about why a lot of black people are upholding this one drop rule. Now, let me make it very clear, disclaimer alert, right? I'm not mad at nobody for marrying white people or having kids with them or anything, baby. If that's what floats your boat and finds your lost remote, then have a dashing good time, right? My issue is with the fact that you are pretending these white people are black, and you pretend that the children that you have with these white people are black. That's where I'm concerned at, right? Because this is the reality. The black man in question who had children with this woman, he did not have children with the black woman. And again, that's okay. Look, if that's what you want to do that, right? But pretending that she is a black woman is damaging, it is concerning, and it is an issue, okay? We live in a world with a Eurocentric standard of beauty. I'm sure we all know that. That's where things like colorism, hair texturism, featureism, all of that stuff come from, right? It all comes from these Eurocentric standards of beauty, right? So there is a reason why black people will look at a woman like this who clearly ain't black and pretend that she is black, right? But on the other hand, white people will never, ever, ever, ever look at somebody who look like me and pretend that I'm white, right? Come on, let's be honest. Even though this woman is about as white as I am black, right? Black people will sit there and pretend that this woman is black, but white people will never pretend that I am white. Why is that the case? Because the sad reality is the fact that this woman is what black people wish blackness was, right? The average black person can't stand being black, and I can't blame them. We live in a world that demonizes every single thing about black people. So you really can't be mad at the self-hating black people who internalize this stuff and believe it. It's not their fault. They victims, right? But we, again, have to be realistic, because that's the root cause of why people will sit there and pretend that a woman like this is a black woman. Because, baby, it ain't no realm, ain't no dimension where this woman is black. That's just not ever going to be a thing. Again, let me make it very clear, because, oh my God, I'm going to get so many comments. You just jealous of that Nubian black queen because you a burnt black crispy roast bitch. Not every black person got to be a big lip, high-nosed baboon like you. Like, oh my God, y'all, they're coming to the comments. So again, let me make it very clear. I don't give a damn about whoever married this woman or whatever, right? If you want to marry somebody who look like that, good for you. Who gives a damn, right? But again, the issue is when you pretend that somebody like that is black, because clearly they're not, and clearly there is a reason that you are pretending that that individual is black. And that is what needs to be unpacked here. Why are we sitting here pretending that people who are not black are black? Because this woman and her kids, none of them is black. Let's be realistic about that. Nobody up in this vehicle is of the African-American persuasion, okay? So why are we pretending that they are? Because, again, unfortunately, black people worship whiteness and proximity to whiteness. So black people are honored to pretend that somebody like this is black because, like I've said 100 times, that's what a lot of black people wish blackness was. Anyway, I was going to say I'm praying for that little girl, but no, I'm not. Y'all know I'm not religious. I'm not even going to lie like that. But I will say I wish the best for that little girl, because clearly she is confused in her identity. And her delusional white-ass mama is not helping, okay? So I wish the best for that little girl. And I wish the best for all biracials who are struggling in their identity and unsure of themselves and all of this stuff. I really hope that you all figure it out. I really do. Because, like I said, watching this video where this little girl clearly knows that she's mixed, and her white ass mama talking about, oh, well, you're black. I'm white, but I'm black too. Like, girl, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm sorry, excuse me. Ooh, Lord, excuse me. But like, come on. Y'all gotta do better by y'all kids. And I've said this in 100 YouTube videos before. All these issues I bring up with biracials, you can't even blame them for it. It be their parents that be the problem, bro. And we see that happening in real time in this video. Anyway, good luck to this little girl. honestly, I hope that you figure it out, and I hope that you find your community for real.